What is good, y'all? Hope you guys are doing amazing. Hope you're doing fantastic and hope you're having the best day of your entire lives, fam. So today I want to highlight one of my clients for closing a $1,500 sale to get his very first online fitness client. And I'm so proud of him because we've been working at this for months at a time. Started him from scratch, like brand new account, brand new everything, new content, new bio, new profile picture, new everything. And we've been working at this for many months, and he finally closed his first $1,500 sale paid in full. And I'm so proud of him. And I wanted to really highlight this moment because him and I were talking on a Zoom call, and he was telling me, bro, it just feels insane. Like, it doesn't feel real. Like, when the money just started showing up in his account, he's like, what? And that's what it is, guys. Like, online money is just crazy because it doesn't feel real, but it's actually real. And I think back to like 5 years ago when I first had my first ever online fitness client. It wasn't a $1,500 sale paid in full. It was actually a $300 sale. And I remember that moment when I got my very first online fitness client. I was like, wow. Like, I was mind blown that someone would pay me to get coaching. And this actually turned out very well because I was actually able to coach him and mentor him through his health and fitness journey. And I was just mind blown because I was like, man, I've never had that ever happen before. And I proved to myself that I could do it once. And if I can do it once, I can do it another million times. And that was the mentality that I had in my mind. Even though that it was $300 sale for me, I knew in my mind, I was like, man, this became a reality. Everything that my coach told me, how I can do online fitness coaching and all that stuff, it became real, right? Because it doesn't become real until you actually get your very first client and actually start being able to make that impact. Before then, it's like the boring stuff, like you got to set up your business, you got to set up the systems, you got to set up the training programs, you got to set up so many things, but you're not actually working with clients yet. But the moment you start working with your very first paid client, it just hits different, guys. And I remember him telling me he was starting from scratch. He didn't have like tons and tons of followers. He hasn't been posting content for many years. And I told him that he could be very successful if he followed the guidance and the mentorship that I gave him. And he said he's down for it. He committed to the program, and we started working together from scratch. And throughout our time working together, there was so many different roadblocks of like showing up on camera, being consistent with that, being able to craft up his message and being able to share with his audience and delivering a lot of value to them. He was struggling with that. So we would hop on calls all the time just to help him dial in his message and get him more confident on camera. Because when you're first starting online fitness coaching, you have to show up on camera. It is a little bit uncomfortable, especially if you've never really done that before. I remember when I first started doing online fitness coaching and I had to talk to the camera, it was frightening. I was stuttering all the time. I had to like clip up all my videos and I had to stop. I had to cut. I had to just think about what I wanted to say. And it was very difficult when I first started. But over time, I just stopped caring as much and I got more comfortable on camera. And this is what I told him. I told him just to focus on impacting people's lives so much and getting your message and your videos out there to people because you're going to actually change their life around for the better. Because when you focus on helping people transform their life for the better, you're not going to focus too much on how you sound, how you look, all that stuff. That stuff becomes irrelevant. But when you have such a powerful message to share with the world, and if your mindset is like, man, I want to help someone transform their life for the better. I want to help people get in better shape. I want to help them be more fit, be more active, take more action. Then you're going to stop caring so much about how you look, how you sound, if you're stuttering a lot, whatever the case may be. But you're just focused on staying consistent and showing up on camera, doing what's uncomfortable, and helping other people win and succeed. When you have that mentality and you adopt that mentality into your coaching business, you stop caring so much about how you look, how you sound, and all of that stuff. And when you have a structure in place in terms of what you're going to say, what you're going to do, it just becomes so much easier for you to actually become successful in your online fitness coaching business. And this is what I believe, guys. I believe that preparation paired with consistency leads you to great results. And this is why my client was able to close $1,500 paid in full. Because when you just follow the guidance and you know exactly what you need to be doing step by step and know exactly what you need to be posting on your stories, your content, and what you need to be focusing on in your business, you will be successful. He just trusted the process because he hasn't ever closed his first online fitness client ever. I knew the roadmap. I gave him the roadmap and the blueprint on how he could do that, right? He just trusted the process and he got the results as a result of following that process. Reason why I wanted to talk about preparation plus consistency and just trusting the process specifically is because so many online fitness coaches will just throw in the towel, especially when they're first starting off in growing their online coaching business. They will spend 2, 3, 4 weeks and then they just don't get the results. They don't get the client. They don't get the paid client. And then they just end up like, man, like I've been putting in hours and hours and hours of work on my content, stories. This is not working out, all that stuff. And they just fold and throw in the towel. Guys, with online fitness coaching, you have to understand that you need to trust the process. You have to trust the process and understanding that it takes time for you to actually grow your online coaching business. My client started from scratch. It took him 3 months to get his first $1,500 sale paid in full. It took him 3 months, guys, right? So many people would just throw in the towel and be like, you know what? Like I put in 2 weeks worth of content and stories and it took me a couple hours and I just don't see any results yet. And they just throw in the towel and they just quit. Guys, don't quit. You have to trust the process. Because the real raw truth with online fitness coaching is that it does take time. It requires consistency. It requires you to prepare your content, your stories, and to be able to actually trust the process in doing it every single day consistently, right? Because so many people will just not see the results and not get their first paid client after putting in weeks and weeks worth of work, and then they just throw in the towel. You have to have this farmer's mentality. That means you're planting seeds every single day for your business, planting seeds every single day for your growth, and understanding that it takes time for those seeds to become a tree and to bear fruit and have the rewards, right? Understanding that is going to change your business entirely, because the day that you plant the seed is not the moment that you're going to get the fruits. All right. So you have to understand that, especially if you want to be successful in your online fitness coaching business. You can't just force the seed to grow instantly. That's what you guys got to understand, that it's not instant gratification. Building a business is not about instant gratification, but it's understanding that you are planting seeds every single day for your growth. Every single story that you make, every single piece of content that you make, every single thing that you are doing in your online coaching business will lead you to great results, especially if you just don't quit. So many people just throw out the seeds out there, post the content, post the stories, and the moment they're like, oh man, I've been just doing this for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I'm not getting my first paid client yet, they just throw in the towel. Don't be that person. You got to keep on persevering and planting those seeds every single day, because when you're planting it, you don't know when it's going to grow. You don't know when that client or that person is going to reach out to you. You don't know, but you can control your inputs. You can control how much action that you take every single day. You can control the amount of content that you put out there. You can control the amount of quality that your content has. You can control how many times you show up on social media, on your stories, to impact people's lives and to transform their lives for the better. You can control those inputs. You can't control how many clients that you're going to get in a month. You can't. Even if you're like, man, I want 10 clients this month. It might not be guaranteed. You're not guaranteed anything in business. You're not guaranteed anything in entrepreneurship. But what you can guarantee is your inputs. And that's the thing in business, guys. You can only control your inputs every single day. And having the right inputs is so important, especially when growing a successful online coaching business. Because, for example, my coaching client followed my blueprint and my roadmap and everything that I laid out for him. So I had him focus on the right daily inputs every single day that led him to closing his first ever $1,500 sale paid in full. For example, if he didn't follow that guidance, if he didn't have the roadmap and he was trying to figure it out by himself and he's just been putting in that work, putting in that work, putting in that work, would he have closed his first ever $1,500 client? I don't think so, right? It's just like you have to be consistent doing the right inputs every single time. And this is why having a coach and mentor is so, so important, especially if you want to be successful. That way you have hope. You have this sense of direction, knowing that you're in the right path, because you can be taking action, but doing it the wrong way. And this is what I tell people all the time. Think about a fitness client. If a fitness client is 30, 40 pounds overweight and he doesn't know what he's doing whatsoever in the gym, he doesn't know what he's doing with his form, his technique, he doesn't know what he's doing with his diet, and he's trying to figure it out himself, do you think that realistically he's going to get amazing results? Not understanding the right form, not understanding how to structure out the workouts, not understanding proper diet, nutrition, and what a caloric deficit is. No, right? Like, he's going to be taking action and he's probably going to be on the ellipticals, like riding that machine and, eating his junk food, thinking he's eating healthy and he's in a caloric deficit. But realistically, they're not. This is why it's so, so important to be consistent doing the right things over long periods of time. Because in that scenario, if they just hired you as the fitness coach to show them the right form, the right technique, how to structure out their workouts, how to structure out their diet, they would be so much more successful in hiring you as a coach, because you know what you're doing. You've been there, you've done that, you've gone through the trial and error and everything like that, right? If they just followed your guidance and they followed your path, they would be so much more successful than them trying to figure it out themselves. And the same thing applies in business, guys. If you have never owned a business, if you never started your online fitness coaching business, you don't know anything about entrepreneurship or anything whatsoever, you need to have a coach and mentor. It doesn't honestly even have to be me. You just have to find someone that you know, like, and trust, and for you to really soak in their expertise and guidance so that you can grow a lot faster. Because one of the foolish things that you can do is to not have a coach and mentor, especially if you want to grow a business. Because growing a business is already hard with a coach and mentor, right? So it's like, if you don't have one, you are at a way disadvantage, and you will probably quit before you find any paying clients, right? So you need to make sure that you get a coach and mentor so that you can grow in the fastest way possible. And the last thing I wanted to talk about in today's video, in celebrating my client for closing his first $1,500 paid in full client, is that confidence comes from taking action. Confidence comes from taking action every single day. Because when he first started his online fitness coaching business, he was very unconfident in showing up on the camera every single day. He was having very difficult times showing up on camera and delivering his message to his audience. But over time, as he got more comfortable with it, as he got better with his editing skills, as he got better with his content, everything started becoming a lot more smoother for him. And as he's making every single video, he's getting better and better. And he's having so much more confidence on camera now, guys. Right? And this is what it is. Confidence comes from taking action. The more action that you take, the better you will be at things. That's simply it. I remember, like, when I first started my online coaching business, I sucked at everything. But over time, you just keep on getting better and better. The more action that you take, the better that you get, right? So it's just like, you have to put in the reps. You have to put in the action if you actually want to be successful, guys, right? Don't have this perfectionistic mindset where, like, you just have to wait for that perfect piece of content before you upload it. Guys, anything that is valuable, anything that you genuinely feel like could help someone change their life around for the better, upload it. Post. Do it consistently. Put in the reps. Understand that it does take time, and you don't know what hits on social media. You never know what hits. Something that you might spend 5 minutes doing might blow up. And something that you might spend an hour plus editing and scripting and filming and all that stuff, it might flop. You never know, right? So you just have to keep on showing up and posting consistently, especially if you want to be successful. So that is all for this video. And if you are watching this video, Will, I'm super, super proud of you. Keep on putting in that work, keep on putting in that perseverance, and keep on putting in that consistent action. And we're going to take your business to the moon. This is only the beginning, fam. And if you are looking to grow your online fitness coaching business, you're looking to grow, start, or scale your online coaching business, feel free to hit me up on Instagram at RayTang Fitness, and let's connect on there.